Mel,
Sí,
Mel, ¿te
sí.
va? Mel, bueno,
Mel.
ahí está. Tenemos a Mel que va a estar traduciendo un poco la entrevista. Así también ustedes que están del otro lado, nosotros podemos preguntar en español y se puede armar una comunicación para todos los que no saben inglés, para que entendamos todo y formemos todos parte de este hermoso momento. Pero ¿sabes qué? Me voy a animar a tirar, mira, te voy a tirar un inglés ahí, una introducción. Está Ila J del otro lado. Ila J, are you listening us? Aguanta.
Yo,
Oh,
what up,
shit.
yo, salud.
Salud, hermano, salud. Welcome to Dem Hip Hop. We call it the hip hop in Spanish radio show.
Yes, the biggest one.
The biggest one, okay, the real one.
Yeah.
Word, that's what's up.
Bueno, a ver, empezamos un poco en la entrevista. We got here
Translator.
a translator so everybody can understand what we are going to talk about because we have a biggest Spanish crowd. Y ahora le voy a dar paso un poco a esta comunicación. Vamos a ir viendo cómo va un poco el flow de la charla. Lo primero que a mí me gustaría, antes de empezar a hablar con Ila J de su historia, de su vida, de su carrera musical, es agradecerle porque siento que toda la influencia que tuvo él, que tuvo su hermano y su familia y el sonido de Detroit fue uno de los puntapiés iniciales para que este programa hoy en día haya sucedido y que se haya transformado en lo que es.
Okay, hey, nice to meet you, Ila. How do we call you? Ila, John?
Illa or John. Either one is cool. I mean, I might even have some albums come out as John. That's
Okay, amazing. So first of all, Bijam would like to thank you for your influence, yours and your family and Detroit, on this TV show mainly, your beats and all your production has been like really important for the team.
Para que haya sido, yo creo que un puntapié inicial para que este programa suceda.
Okay, so like you were sort of a starting point for this for this show to happen.
Oh, cool. Man, well, like appreciate the love. Yeah, I honestly to this day, I'm just super thankful for honestly all of the support for all my everyone that supports me all around the world. Just because I never knew if I could do it, you know what I mean? So it's like that's just a confirmation for me. So like I really appreciate it.
Está súper agradecido por cómo le está llegando a todo el mundo esto. Realmente él nunca creyó que podía llegar a recorrer el mundo con su trabajo.
La primera pregunta, Ila J, que me gustaría hacerte es ¿cómo fue tu primer contacto a la hora de meterte en el mundo de la música, teniendo en consideración tu ámbito familiar en el que tu madre y tu padre estaban siendo músicos o que tenían un interés muy fuerte en la música y bueno, y su hermano obviamente que también. ¿Cómo fue todo ese clima familiar en sus inicios cuando empezaba a dedicarse a la música?
Okay, so the first question has to do with how was your beginning with music, considering of course your parents were musicians, your brother's history as well. So how did you get involved with music and how did you approach it?
For me, music was pretty much like my life's from just from the start. My parents met through music. My dad was auditioning singers and my mom was a singer. That's how they met.
Really?
So like literally my life, like I couldn't be more cliche, but like I literally grew up literally just in music. So it kind of just happened.
Entonces, lo que él nos dice es que toda su vida literalmente es música. Desde que nació, sus padres se conocieron gracias a la música. Los dos, ella es cantante, él es compositor. Entonces, todo en él es música, por así decirlo.
¿Y por qué lo que te quería preguntar, Ila J, es el rap? ¿Cómo es que llega a tu vida? ¿Fue por tu hermano? ¿Fue ambos llegaron al mismo tiempo a escuchar ciertas cosas de rap? ¿Por qué el género?
And what about rap as a genre? I mean, you got to it through your brother or with him at the same time?
With the rap, it was a little bit of two things. The first thing is my sister was a really good poet. Well, she's a really good poet. I don't want to say was. She was like, but like my sister's a really good poet, and I was really inspired by her writing. So I would write poems when I was younger, and eventually I realized that I was not a good poet, and I was like, no. But what I realized was my poems. I was writing songs. I was like, oh, I actually can write songs actually, and that's kind of when I started to write songs and write raps. And my brother was doing it, so it was just kind of around me. So I absorbed that. But yeah, like I started with poems and then poems to songs, and then kind of went from there.
Entonces, él inicialmente escucha los poemas que escribe su hermana, que es una gran poeta. Uh-huh. Empieza a intentar escribir poemas, se da cuenta de que no es un gran poeta, pero que sus textos en realidad son canciones, como que se empieza a dar cuenta de que tenían una forma diferente, por así decirlo, y al mismo tiempo su hermano también estaba empezando con el rap, entonces se conjuegan de algún modo las dos cosas.
Le quería preguntar, cuando él empezó a escribir sus primeras rimas, ¿su hermano ya estaba girando en lo que es el círculo del rap? Porque lo que quería agregar de pregunta era cómo se tomó su familia, que no solo su hermano se está dedicando a la música, sino que también él.
Okay, so on one hand, how was at what time when you started writing those rhymes, like how was your brother and what was he doing, and how did your family understood and what they thought about both of you taking
haciendo
music?
Una carrera musical.
Yes, making a career in music.
Yeah, so well, for my brother, because that's the thing, my dad was in the music industry as well. Oh, and okay. he wrote some songs he wrote some songs as a ghostwriter, and he worked in a factory his whole life though. And when my brother first started, they were apprehensive about it, but then they always saw that he had it, like from the start. Like it's funny, my wife is actually drawing a book of his life now, so it's like she's in the period where he's a kid. Like, so around that time period, my dad would take my brother to the record store, and then they would go play records in Harmony Park. So he would get him, like he was a kid, but he had like little 45s around his arm. You know what I mean? So it's like that's kind of where it started. Because like I said, the love for it was always there. But I think, I don't know, James is just one of those special cases. He just like, I think they knew early on that like it's just like something special. And as far as me, when I started my music journey, because my brother had already did it, it made it a lot easier for my family to understand, because my brother had did it already. So they were like, okay, well, yeah, okay. If that's what you want to do, we know James did it, so you can do it, you know what I mean? Claro. So, yeah.
Okay, el papá de él era compositor, más allá de que él trabajaba en una fábrica, por ende algo entendía del tema. Y lo que cuenta es que su hermano era como que lo tenía, como que todos en la familia tenían claro que su hermano iba a ser un gran artista, iba a ser un gran músico. Entonces, de algún modo le allanó el camino para que cuando él empezó con su música propia, ya fue como más, nada, arrancó.
Me imagino, Ila J, también lo que debe ser para tus padres, en especialmente tu padre teniendo que dedicarse a la música, pero también haciendo otro trabajo, que ambos hijos puedan dedicarse y vivir de la música, hacer del arte su profesión, ¿no?
It must have been amazing for your dad, who was a musician or a composer, but also had like a full-time job, to see both of his sons taking a career in music.
Oh yeah, man. My dad was definitely like really happy about that. Like, cause like my dad, he actually passed away in 2012. Oh, but sorry. I remember when he would when my videos for Yancey Boys were coming out. Like, Are You Listening?
Yeah.
He would show everybody that came to the house. Like he was playing them my videos. So it's like, I know my dad was really proud, and I don't know. It makes me happy thinking about that, because I know he had a hard time in his career. So like for us both to have good careers, like like, you know, I know he was at peace. He was at peace with that.
In peace. Okay.
Yeah.
El padre estaba...
No, por favor.
El padre estaba súper feliz de verlos a los dos trabajando en música. Dice que incluso él falleció en 2012, pero que hasta sus últimos tiempos les mostraba los videos.
Los videos del disco Yancy Boys lo festejaba ahí, ¿no?
Exactamente. Eso dice, y que incluso de algún modo descansa en paz porque pudo ver a sus hijos cumplir sus sueños.
No, qué lindo, sí.
Hi John, my name is Facundo y mi pregunta tiene que ver con Detroit. Detroit es un lugar muy importante para la historia de la música, no solo del hip hop, sino me atrevo a decir que de toda la música en general, ni siquiera solo la afroamericana, y por eso me interesa ver tu visión de tu ciudad y cuánto eso ha influenciado en tu música.
So Facundo is asking about Detroit. We know that it's a very, very important city, not just for hip hop or rap, but for all music in general. So how do you see Detroit? How was it an influence on your career? What do you think about it?
No, definitely. Yo, what up, man? Like, for me, like, definitely, like, I don't live in Detroit now, but like, I will always. I don't know what it is, but like even when I go back, like whenever I go back, I haven't been there in like 2 or 3 years actually.
Okay.
But like when I'm there though, it's so trippy. It's like a recharge of energy because it's like, I mean, and that's for anyone. If you go, like if you live somewhere else, you go back home and you get just recharged up by all those memories, and it kind of, you know, you think about how you got where you are now. You know what I mean? And for me, Detroit. I mean, every time I go and I realize like, yeah, it's what I'm surrounded by. Like, so like I was in choir growing up at church, and it's a lot of choirs, or like, it's a lot of churches around like every block. It's a trippy thing. It's like a church and it's like a liquor store 2 blocks over. It's like the weirdest thing. Right. But like, we took our like choir in church was serious. Like if you go to the churches in Detroit, like the music within the church is like, it's like really good. It's not like boring, like, you know, because they have like church services where it's like really boring music. But it was like being in the choir was actually hype. Like I actually really liked it. Like and for me, that's how I learned how to harmonize. So I learned a lot of that from just being in the choir. Even my brother, he was in the choir too for a little bit when he was in church. But like pretty much like from like 6 years old all the way to 13. Like, you know, before, cause then once basketball came in, that I didn't really have time cause I was playing basketball. Yeah. But like, it's like all the singing, like I feel like I know so many families in Detroit that like everybody in the family could sing. Like it's this family, the Fitzgeralds, and like either like the family parties would either be at our house or their house, right? And all of their siblings could sing too. So it's like we would like, I don't know, it was just like kind of a thing, but it was like the normal thing. That's why like not till later in my life did I think about like, man, maybe I could do a career in this, even though my brother had done it. For me, it was more like, that was Shane's thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't think that I had the skills to take it, to actually have a career in it. I just knew that it was the thing that we all could do. It was like, yeah, you know, my sister, my mom, everybody sing and stuff. So that's like, you know, that's how we have fun, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I still, like even when I'm not making music, like I'm singing around the house, like you know, I'm singing what I'm doing and stuff, like, you know.
Bueno, hay para traducir
bastante.
Un libro.
Sí, lo que nos dice de Detroit es que tiene una energía completamente especial. Él no vive ahora en Detroit, pero sí cada vez que viaja siente como esta recarga de energía que uno siente en general cuando visita la casa de sus padres o la casa propia en la que creció. Y destaca mucho de su ciudad lo que son las iglesias. Él dice que vos recorres Detroit y hay iglesias, licorerías. Él de chico formó parte del coro desde los 6 hasta los 13 años.
Y su hermano Dilla también.
Exactamente. Y no solo eso, sino que ahí aprendió a armonizar, aprendió a cantar, aprendió un montón de cosas que fueron armándolo a él para después poder componer y seguir su rumbo.
Bueno, me salen... Ah, perdóname.
No, quería aprovechar porque, o sea, veo reflejado todo lo que él dice en su música. Y también quería preguntar por el nuevo lugar donde vive, que creo que vive en Canadá ahora. ¿Qué es lo que sumó a su música de su nuevo lugar donde vive?
Okay, so Plusito is asking now. He thinks that everything you're talking about reflects in your music, and he's asking like, where do you live now? We live in Canada, and
Oh no, I live in Vegas.
oh, in Vegas, great.
I mean, actually, shit.
West Side.
Oh, shit.
Great.
Whatever.
West Side.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
I didn't mean this. Damn.
So you live in Vegas, and how does it has an influence in your music, or how does it reflect on your work?
I mean, it's like when it definitely reflects. Like, for example, when I'm in LA, it's a certain vibe of the music down there. Detroit, I noticed that it's grimier and angrier. It's just, if I make something there, it's just a different,
More cold.
It's just a whole other. Yes, exactly. It's the weather. You're frustrated.
Yeah.
Like, but when I'm in LA, it's just everything is nice.
Shorts.
Like
Shorts.
Yancey Boys. That's LA. That's an LA record.
Yeah, right.
And showing the
Like
right.
like the first song, All Good. It's like I lit an incense, and I'm just like, cause by the way, like, so the song All Good, that was the first song that I wrote for my album Yancey Boys, which is like, that's my first album.
2008, right?
Yep. And yeah, like All Good was the first song I wrote. And just to show you how, like, as far as like where you are kind of influences that. And it's like, I was in the hills in LA. You can see the view of LA. And it's like, set your mind free, let your mind free.
Okay.
Like, you know, like,
Right.
like, you get what I'm saying? So you can feel the Cali vibes within that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I kind of get like a similar vibe here, but even more like, cause like it's more laid back. So I feel like I have even more space to think. Like in like California, there's so many things going on, and it's like so many people. But like when you're somewhere where it's like it's not as populated, it's like more space and stuff. You find yourself like even your mental space is a reflection of that. So you have more time to, like, you know, I'm just taking things a little bit at a time,
Right.
you know. But yeah, definitely wherever I record music, that definitely depending on wherever it is,
Change your mindset,
affects,
right?
Yeah, it affects
Lo
the
que,
vibe.
lo que está diciendo, como para, si querés, vamos haciendo un back to back, es como el clima, el cambio de clima de Detroit, que es de camperote, de borcego, de frío, de nieve, a comparación de Los Ángeles, que de short, de chancletas, ese clima cálido, la playa y demás, cómo eso te cambia tu mindset a la hora de hacer música y de componer, y cómo hacer ese approach a los beats que dieron después el disco Yancey Boys, que es su disco debut en el año 2008.
Exacto, cuenta que All Good la compuso viendo las montañas en Los Ángeles, con un montón de aire, un montón de lugar, y que como eso le cambia su forma de pensar y su forma de componer.
Bueno, yendo un poco ahora directo a tu música, me gustaría hablar de Yancey Boys, el disco debut. Si querés hacer esa intro.
Okay, so going now straight to your music, Bijan would like to talk about your debut album.
Yancey Boys, lo que tiene de particular, se lo cuento a la gente, es que es el disco debut de Illa J que contiene beats de su hermano. Creo que el 100% de los beats son de su hermano, por ahí me corrige. Y me gustaría preguntarle cómo fue ese proceso de selección de beats de Dilla y cómo abarcarlos.
Okay, so Yancey Boys has beats by your brother. So he would like to know, like, how was the process of picking them and to produce about them?
Well, it was pretty much these beats. First, I would like to shout out Mike Ross from Delicious Vinyl. He gave me my first record deal, so like, you know what I mean, that's like my bro. Pretty much where I was staying at the time, Mike Ross stayed literally around the corner. So it couldn't have been more like just meant to be. My mom had visited me, and she had a meeting with Mike Ross, and that's how I met Mike Ross. So again, thanks to moms. And pretty much Mike Ross, Delicious Vinyl already had beats that my brother made in 1995.
Oh, really?
And his goal was to make a compilation album with various artists. And pretty much we met, we were talking back and forth. He gave me the CD, so I just had the CD.
Excuse me, 1995, 1995.
So basically like in the lab cabin, California, the Far Side.
Fantastic Volume 1 and 2. That
pretty
era.
much is, yeah, around that era. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
La puta madre, no estoy hablando.
Yep.
Entonces,
Me vuelvo loco, ¿no?
sorry, I'll translate a bit. Entonces, lo que él cuenta es que él se encuentra con Mike Ross, que tenía ya los beats preparados de su hermano,
sí.
Y lo conoce casi de casualidad porque él tenía una reunión con su madre para editar un disco con beats de otros artistas y que tenía estos que eran de 1995.
No, o sea, de la época de Fantastic Volumen 1, 2, los discos que cambiaron mi vida, no puedo creer. Sí, no, es una locura.
Baby.
Bueno, continue, please, with the story of the process of Yancy Boys.
Oh no, for sure. So, pretty much, I had this CD for months, and he said, he told me like kind of casually, like, if you ever want to record something to one of them, just let me know, send it over. And I was just at the time I was already working on a bunch of projects. I was working on a lot of songs, and pretty much at some point I had this song that I wrote, and I just wanted him to hear it. I'm like, yo, check out this song. And it wasn't to my brother's beat, actually. It was a song I wrote. Like, it didn't even have a beat. Mm-hmm. Like, I just wrote this song. I was playing this chord progression on my keyboard. And he came by to listen to it. He was like, yeah, dope. He was like, why don't you come by this place and perform? And, with me, it's always signs. Like, come at this club called 86, which is the year I was born. So it's kind of so random. Club called 86. And I go there to perform. And again, another sign. When is this performance? This performance is on James' birthday. So it's February 7th, 2008. So it's just like, so I performed that day. At the end of my performance, Mike Ross comes up to me and he's like, yo, why don't you just do the whole album? And that's kind of where it started. Yeah. And later that year, Yancy Boys. It's
history. The rest is history.
Rest is history.
Lo que cuenta es que él tuvo este disco durante un montón de meses guardado y mientras tanto él venía componiendo su música propia y en un momento lo llama a Mike Ross y le dice, che, tengo esta canción. Mike Ross lo escucha y lo lleva a tocar al club.
No me acuerdo. Mike Ross, el CEO, el creador del sello Delicious Vinyl, creo, ¿no?
Ok. Hace su primer show, toca por primera vez en vivo con público. Y se acerca Mike Ross cuando termina, felicidades, ¿por qué no compones el disco? Y a los pocos meses sacaron el primero, Yancy Boys.
Justo en la fecha del cumpleaños de
el
su
show
hermano.
fue la fecha exactamente, del cumpleaños de su hermano, 2008.
Una pregunta que siempre me interesó preguntarte a vos y la Jay, a question that, perdón, me mata, ¿sí? that I always wanted to ask you is, le quería preguntar si en algún momento sintió que el público esperaba de Illa J un Illa J rapeando los beats de su hermano menor y a la hora de cambiar un poco de ciertos estilos, si la gente se lo tomó a bien o sentía que tenía cierta presión.
Okay, so do you believe that the audience was looking for you to rap at your brother's beats? And how was the process of going through different styles or moving through different genres?
¿Sentía una presión a la hora de hacer eso?
Did you feel that pressure?
Well, that's the thing. So when I didn't feel the pressure till really afterward, because like in the beginning, because you got to think, I'm like my bro just passed, so I'm like, at that time, the industry is so new to me. So I have no one to tell me like I don't know what. All I know is my brother made music. Like, you get what I'm saying? I have
Right.
no knowledge of the industry whatsoever, right? So at the time, I'm just thinking, I'm recording my first album to my brother's beats. It was special for me. You know what I mean? Special.
Yeah.
It's like, to me, I saw it as a sign. I'm like, what's the chances that I moved to LA and run this, like, because this wasn't planned. So it's like, for it to happen that way, for me, it felt like it was like, okay, for whatever reason, my brother left these tracks for me. That's how it felt for me. It felt like it was a spiritual thing for me. And that's why the songs have like, because that's the thing. I'm like, you think I'm only 21, but I'm like, when I listen back now, it's like I was saying some really deep stuff. You know what I mean? On some of those songs, I think, and it's because I was like, it was a spiritual connection with my bro with those tracks. But yeah, like that project, I definitely left topic. I completely forgot what I was talking about.
Dice que él era muy joven y muy nuevo en la industria, era muy fresco, entonces todavía no tenía esa presión porque él no era conocido.
No tenía esa sabiduría de la industria.
Exactamente. Entonces llega y lo ve más como una conexión espiritual con su hermano que otra cosa.
Claro, exactamente.
Y ahora que conoce mejor la industria, ¿cómo percibe la música?
And now that you know better about the industry, how do you feel the music?
So that's the thing. So by the way, I just remembered, right? So to add on to that, like when it came out, that's when I started to feel the pressure and the understanding the industry and like seeing that, because I have to think about I have to think it's so many people that were fans of him. So it's like they're thinking about who they want on those beats. You know what I mean? Like, oh, why does it have to be him? Like, why can't it be him? And and people were like, I think people were just curious to like, at least a lot of the stuff that I was seeing. It's like an automatic, because like he just passes, so it's like his brother, he kind of looked like him a little bit, so it's like it's just what it is. People are going to compare, right? So it's pretty hard when like your brother's a legend and like I literally just started, like, so it's just like it's no way I could ever compete with that. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's the thing. The thing is that I shouldn't have to. Like, it's my brother. I shouldn't have to compete with my brother. It should just be like, yo, this is his brother, honoring his brother over his beats. Yeah. But I think people, they just like put us like against, like, it was like they made it a comparison thing. And I feel like, it's like, well, his brother's a legend and he's rapping. He doesn't know what he wants to talk about. Like, they talked about my subject matter and all these things. But again, like, that was just my introduction to the industry. And that's the thing. See, this is what I didn't know. So when I was younger, I only focused on all of the negatives because that's all I saw. Because when you're younger, it hurts more because I'm like, I'm just trying to start out. So I see all these negative responses, but
instead of the positive,
because then I didn't know, once I start touring, it was people everywhere that loved that album. This whole time I didn't know. Like, for the longest, I thought that
we were listening in Argentina for a long time, bro.
I thought I failed and I didn't even know everybody. So once I got around, man, so like, again, that's why I say, like, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate it so much because it's like, cause like really, I thought I failed on that one for so long. So like, I always tried to, every album that I made after that, I was trying to make sure that people saw me like in a new light to, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to show progression.
Okay, so lo primero que él nos va diciendo es que cuando salió el primer disco sí se dio cuenta y empezó a sentir todo lo que era la presión de la industria, la presión de la gente, que incluso en su cabeza lo que pasaba era que los fans de su hermano, que ya era una leyenda, se preguntaban un poco por qué él en los beats del hermano y no otro. Exacto. Entonces obviamente surge un tiempo en el que lo empiezan a comparar, por qué él, por qué no. es bueno, no es bueno, es tan bueno como su hermano. Además era un poco parecido físicamente y eso en algún punto le jugaba en contra.
Sí.
Y
también de que él, como que recién entrando en la industria, se concentraba por ahí más en los comentarios negativos que llegaban que en los positivos, que ahora en retrospectiva se da cuenta que eran un montón y que eran discos que se escuchaban mucho.
Exacto, le llamaba la atención que de repente empezó a girar y empezó a llegar a ciudades y en cada ciudad conocían su disco y eso era una locura. Y lo que decía lo último es que también en cada disco que va sacando él busca progresar y busca mostrar algo nuevo y algo más avanzado.
Exacto. Facu, quería vos.
No, quería profundizar un poco en lo que estaba diciendo en la última parte de su respuesta, que es esto de buscar una identidad en su música por fuera de su hermano, más conectado con su persona, con sus intereses. ¿Cómo es ese trabajo en la actualidad, ¿no? De realmente, más allá de la importancia de tu hermano, poder encontrar tu magia, tu manera de decir eso, tu identidad.
So he's wondering about you finding your own identity in your music, like having your brother's influence, which is also part of your identity clearly, but how do you shape it yourself?
Well, definitely when I started, I was singing on more songs on Yancey Boys, on the actual, like when I was recording it, but like they kind of encouraged me to like rap it a little bit on both, which I'm actually happy that they did because it balances it out. But even then at that time, I didn't fully, because all I knew was I love music. I like this kind, I like this kind, I like this. So I was still experimenting with it. But I always knew that I wanted to sing more. And shout out to Frank Nitt of Frank and Dank.
Word.
He introduced me to Calvin Valentine, and the first thing that was like our first objective when I met Calvin. I was like, yo, I want to go left. Like, let's make something, like I need to make something that takes me like out the box of what people think of me as an artist. And it's the same with Potato Head people. Shout out to them as well. I actually have a record with them in Fife out right now, right? But like the Calvin thing, though, that was the one that really took the departure, because that album Home was the first time that I got a chance to really share my voice. Cause like I'm a singer first, and I think that was the one mistake that I made early on in my career. I feel like I should have did a video for Timeless, and then that would have changed everything.
Oh, okay, okay.
You get what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I think what happened is I put myself out there as a rapper first.
Yeah, right.
So like, you know what I mean? So like, just, kind of changing the narrative, like, cause I'm like, yeah, I do rap, but like I'm a singer first.
I'm sorry, Timeless, lo que está diciendo ahí de Timeless es uno de los temas del disco Yancey Boys, donde él está cantando más que rapeando y dice, debería haber sacado primero Timeless antes que mi faceta rapper, como para
para no mostrarse solo como rapero, ¿no?
Exactamente.
Exacto. Lo que dice del primer disco es que él cantaba mucho más en la versión original y que su equipo le sugirió que fuera más por el lado del rap, pero que él se siente originalmente cantante. Entonces, que le hubiese gustado explorar más esa etapa desde un principio y que de Timeless le hubiese gustado sacar un video también en ese momento. Que en Home recién siente que está mostrándose con su talento y con su arte.
Y una cosa que no puedo escapar decírtelo a vos, Ila J, es que a partir de Home y del disco John Yancey, se escucha ese camino más cantado y que a mí me hace acordar un poco cuando al principio dijo que él cantaba en las iglesias. Como que esa influencia, esa raíz la trajo de nuevo para formular esa nueva identidad.
So Vision says that the influence of you singing at the church choir, it shows a lot in Home and ¿en cuál más?
Those albums, Home and John Yancey, when you were talking about that you were singing in the church, etc., it was like an instant connection for my mind to those records, to seeing you sing.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right?
Oh, definitely, man, definitely. Okay. It's even an interlude on John Yancey.
Yeah.
It's like a short song, and it's kind of got a very kind of, yeah, it almost sounds like it's like a churchy kind of thing over a hip hop beat, basically. It's funny because it's my album. I can't even think of the name of the song, but it's before the end of I think it's before 30. What's the name of the song?
Hay una canción en el disco que es muy de iglesia, es una de las últimas, no se acuerda el nombre.
La buscamos.
Pero que es como un hip hop.
Está buscando,
sobre...
me parece. Parece que tú dices.
Are you searching it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the song. This is called. It's called Sunday, actually.
Sunday.
We got that right away.
Makes sense.
But you definitely could hear the influence within that song, definitely, for sure.
Okay.
Definitivamente en Sunday entonces se puede notar esta influencia de la iglesia en su música.
Una cosa que vi que me parece muy particular, me quisiera saber cómo está hoy en día ese uso de las sampleras, porque vi en su Instagram, en su página de Instagram, lo vi utilizando varias veces la MPC y otro tipo de controladores MIDI, y me gustaría saber cómo es esa conexión y cómo es la relación hoy en día con los controladores.
Okay, so which is your relationship now with samplers and with controllers?
Yeah.
We've seen some in your Instagram page.
Like, I mean, we got to keep this short, so.
Yeah.
Man, okay. Like, if my wife was here, she would be like, she knows, like controllers and you understand? I'm a super nerd when it comes to that. Like, I'm like my favorite Marvel hero is Iron Man, and he has all the gadgets and shit. So it's like, but for me, that's like, I love having like all my different tools I can use. Right now, it's like the MPC Live, the Ableton. It's hard for me to. Right now, it's hard for me to pick a favorite. I'm jumping between all of the machines, but I don't know. I love where the technology is with music production. It's insane. It's like the things I can do now, like my brother had to do so much more work to do. You know what I mean? So it's like, I can't imagine him being here now. It wouldn't be fair. It would not be fair.
Yeah, right. Lo que él está diciendo es que para él es como super nerd y que le hace acordar a Iron Man, de esa cosa de tantos skills y chiches y cosas tecnológicas para utilizar de herramienta. Y algo que me causa mucha gracia es que dice que Dilla se la tenía que rebuscar en ese entonces con lo que había de tecnología, y dice que hoy en día es todo mucho más fácil y que si Dilla estuviera hoy en día con nosotros sería un afano.
No, al contrario, dice que sería hasta injusto.
Claro,
para
hasta injusto,
él.
por eso, claro.
Exactamente.
Sí, no, tremendo. Espera, a ver, porque me parece que estamos cortitos del tiempo. Me gustaría seguir charlando 3.000 horas, pero me parece que estamos medio cortina de tiempo. Una cosa como para ir cerrando la charla con Illa J que le quería preguntar, era en retrospectiva, hoy en día, que ese sonido de Detroit que impulsó muchos artistas, incluyendo su hermano, ¿cómo siente en retrospectiva hoy en día, cómo lo ve a ese sonido y si lo encuentra en artistas hoy en día llevándolo a cabo?
Okay, so to sum up, because we are running out of time. So retrospectively, how do you find Detroit's sound in your music and in new music, actually? Like, do you see its influence? How do you see it? How do you hear it?
In new artists.
In new artists, I'm trying to think. Well, I will say that, because obviously, like my brothers influenced a lot of producers, like all around the world. And if you notice, like,
acá hay uno.
Hip hop is like, mainstream hip hop is kind of turning toward now, like, it's kind of going back, like full circle back to like you hear like the whole TDE group, the Squad, for example.
Yeah, the Top Dog Entertainment.
Yeah. So if you listen to their sound, it's that underground sound that we were bumping. You know what I mean? So it's like all that is like, it makes sense because, you know, my bro was out in California and he, like, you know what I mean? Like, he influenced a lot of producers out there. So it's like, definitely his sound has his sound is spread and all over, and like, and then again, that's Detroit, and it's like, it's because it's like a mix of like funk. It's like funk soul. I think that's it. I can't explain it more. It's just, it's like that funk soul, but like that's definitely it's like influenced a lot of different producers and stuff around the world for sure.
Sí, lo que dice es que él sabe y es consciente de que la música de su hermano influenció a productores de todo el mundo y de todos los tiempos, o sea, futuro, claro. Así que, y que entiende como una circularidad en cierto punto en el hip hop.
Sí, que ese sonido de Top Entertainment que vemos de artistas, de Kendrick, de Sir, de Schoolboy Q, toda esa crew, como que está volviendo ese sonido del funky soul, o sea, como que tiene ese tinte. Un poco eso, ¿no?
Sí.
Claro, yo
Y
quería
que y que es lógico también por los viajes que hizo Dilla y cómo influenció en distintas partes de Estados Unidos.
Exacto.
Ok. Quería preguntarle primero si él sentía que, la influencia de la producción del hermano es innegable, pero si sentía que el juego del rap fue lo suficientemente agradecido a esa influencia, en primera instancia, y en segunda instancia, cómo toma cuando artistas como Eminem o Kanye dan los shoutouts y los créditos a Dilla en influencias, tanto en la producción como en la música de Detroit.
Okay, so do you think the rap world was thankful enough to your brother's influence? And also, how does it feel when artists like Katie West,
Kanye.
Eminem, they shout out to your brother as well?
Word, yeah. I mean, I definitely like, again, I wish my brother, like, I don't know, I just wish he could see how much love that he's received from like all around the world. I know that for me and my mom, it's like, you know, it's really amazing for us, and like we really appreciate it, because it's like, I'll be watching the movie and his beat will just play. It's just like stuff like things like that. So it's just like, you know, that's the thing about music, is like, even though he's not here physically, technically he is through his music. So it's like, and by people keeping it alive, like, you know, for the family, it's just a blessing. So, you know,
Ellos,
and
sorry, I'll translate.
oh no, my bad.
Están súper agradecidos, él y su madre, respecto de cómo la gente les llega y de cómo le agradecen la influencia de su hermano, y que él está presente de algún modo técnicamente, porque por ahí están en el cine viendo una película y suena un beat de su hermano, y que eso también los conmueve mucho. Go on, please.
Una que le quería preguntar, ya de a poquito vamos cerrando este tiempo juntos, o salvo que les tiremos media hora más, yo chocho, tengo acá catarata de preguntas para hacer, era que en el video de Won't Do, el tema que estábamos escuchando anteriormente, se lo ve a Illa J con los artistas que colaboró su hermano, y le quería preguntar cómo era ese vínculo con ellos hoy en día.
Okay, so Bijam has like 300 more questions for you, but we are sort of running out of time. So he's asking me about Want Do, the video where you appear to be with your other artists that did some collabs with your brother. So how's your relationship with those artists right now? Do you keep working with them?
Or in touch.
Or in touch, at least.
You said artists that work with my brother?
Yeah, the artists that shows in the One Do video, the like Common, Talib Kweli, etc.
Oh, the comments. And
Okay. How is your relationship with them today?
I'll say that.
Do you stay in touch with them?
I mean, I stay in touch with. Honestly, the only person I really stay in touch with is Quest, and I'm trying to think. Quest, Pete Rock, and it's a handful that I really stay in touch with. Like, you know, like Talib is fan, but again, like we're all like space cadets, right? So like for example, like J Rock, super like one of the beat junkies. Like if I text him right now, I know he's working on his DJ set, so he'll probably get back to me next week.
Oh shit!
You get what I mean? So it's like it's all love there, but like the only people I really honestly keep in contact with is like
Questlove and Pete Rock.
Questlove and Pete Rock, and like in the hand feud. Yeah.
Hace tranca style ahí, los homies, viste, lo del barrio. Mariano y José, viste, de León Suárez. Hace un tiempo él estuvo en Chile, le quería preguntar sobre su colaboración con DJ Dazel, con los que hicieron un track. ¿Cómo fue ese viaje y si tiene planeado venir a la Argentina o lo secuestran?
Lo esperamos.
So we know you were in Chile some time ago, and you did some collab with
Dazel,
DJ Dazel. So
Yeah,
how was
the
that
homie.
process? Are you thinking of coming back to South America, maybe Argentina?
No, for sure, definitely. Both times I've been there, like show me nothing but love. Yeah, DJ Dazel, that's the homie. Yeah, like
word.
Yeah, I actually owe him a couple verses, so I gotta hit him up. But yeah, man, it was really fun. Like it's dope because like when I go to Chile, like I know I have DJ Dazel there, so it's like that's like, cause you know how if you go to different places, you have the one person that can. Like, okay, I got him there, so he can take me around, make sure, like...
In Argentina, like, it's Bijam, you know? Right. Word.
Oh, baby.
Word, man. But yeah, man, I definitely plan on, once things start to, like, normalize and stuff, like, I definitely, like, start to do, like, more shows and stuff eventually. And, yeah, I have music coming, so, yeah, I'm excited.
Dice que le debe unos versos todavía a
DJ Dazel.
Exactamente, que tiene muchas ganas de volver, que le interesa mucho y que se siente como muy identificado con él y que siempre sabe que tiene una persona en Chile. Bijam se está proponiendo para ser su persona en Argentina.
Olvídate, hacemos guía turística, música, todo. Antes de ir con los top 5, porque se va en un top 5, ambos, back to back. Yo te voy a tirar la de los beatmakers y vos la de los MC, ¿te va?
Obvio, rebote.
Hay una pregunta, ¿querés hacerla vos, Jul? Dale, vos lo animate, vení, amigo, vos sos una parte fundamental
Julio,
de esto,
dale.
vení. Vení que es una celebración, amigo, ahí está, bien, ahí está, entra Julio.
Hola, bro, ¿cómo estás?
Preguntale en castellano.
La pregunta es, hay muchas historias sobre donuts, sobre los mensajes ocultos que Dilla estaba supuestamente dedicándote a vos y a su familia. Quería que nos cuentes un poquito de eso.
Okay, so Julio, he's Dam's producer. He's wondering about those hidden messages that are supposedly in your brother's songs dedicated for you and your family. Is that true?
Yeah, no, for sure. It was trippy. Like I had to listen to it a few times. I'm like, wow, no way. Cause it's one of those things if you know a person, like you know their personality, so you know how they speak to you, how I'm listening to the song Waves, and he's like, Johnny, Johnny, like, and that's how he would literally, that's how he joked, like that's how he would joke with me, like Johnny, that's something he would say. So I was listening to it, I'm like, no way, like, so like, yeah, that song always like I love that one. Like I kind of like I tear up sometimes with that one just because it's like, yo, it's like, but like in a good way, like
yeah.
like kind of laughing like with my bro. Like I know he's like that was like his silly side, like, you know what I mean, like in how he portrayed that message. So it's like, I don't know, it's really dope listening to Donuts. Is one of those ones where like I only listen to every blue moon just because it's so deep, but it's like every time I listen to Donuts, it's just, man, that album is just like, man.
La que acaba de bajar, amigo.
Dice que sí, que definitivamente que cuando uno sabe cómo le habla la otra persona normalmente, recibe como ciertos mensajes que está escuchando y por ahí le da un ataque de risa porque se da cuenta que es su hermano molestándolo.
Sí, en el tema Waves, que hace como referencia el sample a Johnny.
Exacto.
O sea, para que entiendan la locura de Dilla, ¿no? También, y de toda esa secuencia de que estás ampliando.
Claro, pero además dice que esa era como su parte más jocosa, que era como los chistes que tenían entre ellos. Ah, hermoso.
Y que Blue Moon no lo puede parar de escuchar, que lo escucha como cada
No, que cuando es luna llena,
claro,
escucha solamente cuando es luna llena, escucha Donuts por lo profundo que es. Nada, increíble, amigo. No puedo creer.
Hace 2 días.
Hace 2 días. Se nos termina el tiempo. Me gustaría agradecerte, Dilla J. Se lo voy a agradecer. I would like to thank you for your music, for your influence, for your positive energy, for step by step, album by album, making a progress, going through different paths, and making a great journey with your music, and to all your family, and for speak with them hip hop.
Oh, word, man. Appreciate that so much. Like, again, man, I appreciate all the love. And yeah, man, maybe like at some point I'll do an interview there with y'all.
Oh, you know, eh? You know.
Yeah.
With some mate, it's like our drink. Eh? Some barbecue. Do you eat meat?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Vegetables barbecue.
Some berenjenas.
Veggie barbecue. Veggie barbecue. Okay.
Vegan barbecue.
I'll have a cheat day.
Okay. When great wine. Yes. Wine. Some wine.
Wine, yeah.
Wine.
Sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
Bueno, vamos directo al top 5 o se pudre todo.
Okay, so.
¿querés hacer la
This is a
introducción?
challenge we have in our show called the top 5. It's the top 5. We're gonna start with MCs and then the top 5 with producers. It's not the greatest MCs of all times. Instead, it's your favorites MCs from the heart. Okay? We're gonna start from position number 5, and you're gonna choose an MC and say why is your favorite and you recommend to our community. It's okay? I'm gonna do some intro in Spanish, and then we start with the number 5 place. Right?
Okay, word.
Bienvenidos y bienvenidas al Top 5 de MCs, edición de lujo internacional, y la J con nosotros en Dem Hip Hop de corazón, trayéndoselo a nuestra comunidad increíble, el programa más rapero de la galaxia, así que exploten esos likes y sobre todo tomen nota. Number 5, we start with...
From the Rolo, eh?
From the heart.
We say, to the heart, we say Rolo.
Okay, Elzai.
Yeah.
Number 5, I'm gonna start with Elzai for the first. And Elzai because, like, honestly, like, he's an insanely good writer. Like, actually, he's a really insanely good writer. He's like one of the best. Like, honestly, he's up there when it comes to writing. Like, I've been wrote with a lot of people, and like how he writes his bars is insane. He's insane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool for number 5. Now, going on with number 4. Who you put in there?
Let's see. I know I got spots reserved for these people, so I can't fill it. I'm gonna throw in Busta.
Busta Rhymes.
Baby.
Yep.
Word.
From
Busta.
Brooklyn with Love. Why Busta?
The animation, his ad libs are so dope. Like, he has to hype his ad libs. He can do every style. You can't not love Busta if you love hip hop.
And with you, did you enjoy his last album?
No, I love the one Look Over Your Shoulder with Kendrick.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Great.
It's my
Epic
joint.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm liking so much this top 5. Tell me about the place number 3, the third spot.
Number three, I'm gonna put either Jay. I'm gonna put Jay-Z.
Okay.
I'll put Jay-Z.
From Detroit to the West Coast, but choosing rappers from the East Coast. We're
Yep,
still
East Coast,
in Brooklyn. Tell me why Jay-Z. Jay-Z is in my top 5 too.
Jay-Z just like he's the only rapper that he's so good at. Like, he's not rapping to you. He's talking to you. It's like the trippiest thing. Cause he's giving you, I'm having a conversation. He's teaching you through his raps. It's like, man, like he's dope with it. And yeah, he never gets old. I love the album 444, the last one. Jay-Z just never, I don't know, like he's consistently still putting out stuff. I mean, there are albums that weren't like the best, but I feel like for him to still be able to put out like that, his most recent album was still super dope. So it's like, to me, it's like, it's not a lot of artists from that era that are still putting out albums that, you know, like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and dropping knowledge in every bar too.
Yeah, like.
Okay, I'm crazy with this top 5, really. Second spot. Now.
Good Rolo.
Who?
Second spot. I'm gonna go with. Gosh. But you saying my fave, not top.
Yes,
not
from
like
the
top
roller.
three.
From the heart. From the
Okay.
roller.
No, okay. Eminem.
Oh, okay.
Why Slim Shady? Slim Shady or Marshall Mathers? Which one do you
good
prefer?
Good question. Okay. So I'm not okay. So it depends. It's like it's this like robotic character that I'm not sure about that one. But I like the early Slim Shady. To me is the best. The best stuff. Like my name is back like that. Like it's like he was so laid back in the pocket. Like he was like, "Hi, kids." And then, like it's just so much more funky. And then now he's like more like has this super robotic. Like he's like literally like a rapping robot. It's crazy, but it's like it's still dope. But I don't know. I like the older I don't know. I like when he was more laid back in the pocket.
Okay, see, like he says in Rap God, but like you, I prefer the days of Just Don't Give a Fuck, Role Model, and all those tracks.
Yeah.
In this time, I'll give you an extra spot called the special mention before the first spot, if you are okay with that. You have an special mention. I know it's hard to
Special
choose
mention.
just 5 MCs, so the special mentions goes to...
The special mention goes to my bro. I think he's one of the most underrated MCs, actually, because he's such a great producer. So his beats outshine him as an MC in the sense that people they don't look at his raps. But I think that his rap on Thelonious was like super sick. Like that whole album, Thelonious, Raise It Up. Like you listen through that whole album, like he's like killing it. And even on J-Lib, like I feel like he's a super underrated MC. So yeah, I give it to Dilla Dog.
Okay, word. I don't know if you know that a lot of MCs who came to the show and going through this challenge name Slam Village in the top 5. A lot of MCs from Latin America and from South America. Did you ever imagine you're gonna cross countries and cross languages with the music?
You know what? It's funny. Like I knew my brother was doing it. He was traveling around and stuff. But like for me, I never thought that I would like be able to like I don't know. It's like to travel around the world and like. You know what I mean? And do it. It's like it's trippy because then it opens you up so much more to the world. It actually makes the world smaller. Like before, it's like, you just feel like, oh my God, there's some people way over there and way over there. But then once you go there, you're like, oh dang, it's just like here, just there. Like, you know what I mean? Like it looks different, but everybody, like we all got the same vibes. It's hip hop everywhere I go. Like it's dope hip hop artists in every country. So it's like, it's music that when I go to these different places that it's been there this whole time. I'm like, dang, when was this joint out? But it was more like it was popular there, but not here. So it's like, but yeah, I love like, man, Universal.
Dale. Lo que dice es que inicialmente su hermano estaba viajando por el mundo y a él le parecía un mundo enorme y que cuando empezó a girar él, el mundo se volvió como muy chico porque empezó a llegar a cada lugar y a darse cuenta de que toda la gente medio que vibraba lo mismo o tenía las mismas energías que él y el mismo hip hop que ellos escuchaban y que ellos trabajaban.
Okay, in this top 5 we got MCs from the East Coast and from Detroit. Finally, we got to the first spot. Tell me who it is.
Number 1 spot, I gotta give to Rakim.
Okay, the God MC.
Knowledge.
Okay.
Because like he took it to the next level. He took it all the way to the next level. Everything everybody is doing now, he was like the beginning of that. Like with all the like how they do the flows and the complicated what do you call it? Like all the syllables and like all like he started all of that. Like he was like the one that was like cause like yeah, Big Daddy Kane had did it too, but I feel like Rakim was the first one to be like the new generation MC with the next level rhymes. He's that dude.
Ok, en el primer puesto seleccionó a Rakim, cuenta que todo lo que estamos escuchando de los MCs ahora, de dividir las sílabas, los flows, la complejidad de los ritmos, ya lo había hecho Rakim, que también lo hizo Big Daddy Kane, pero para él es Rakim el nuevo MC de esta generación. Thank you very much for your good energy, for the vibes, for your music, and for this incredible talk today with us. And still we had the other half of the challenge.
Top 5 producers of all time. Y le doy la bienvenida a este top 5 de beatmakers, de productores, probablemente el top 5 más épico que puedan ver en la pantalla de YouTube hoy en día en el canal de Dem. Estamos nada más ni nada menos que con Illa J y le vamos a preguntar cuál es su top 5 de beatmakers, de productores de todos los tiempos. Ok, bro, we got the top 5 producers of all time. Starting with the number 5. That is?
Number 5 producers, top 5. Yeah, are we talking specifically hip hop?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a hip hop community.
No George Martin, no.
I was gonna say Quincy Jones.
Yeah, Quincy Jones. No.
Shit, sí.
Bombo y caja, bro.
Quincy, representa.
Ah, olvídate, de uña, pero. Vamos.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, number 5. Okay, why?
Just a super dope engineer and producer. So he has both. Yeah, like it's not a lot of producers that are also good engineers. Like he know how to work the whole board. Like he's a beast.
Okay.
Yeah, just Dre. He just
yeah. Okay, number 4.
Number 4, I'm gonna put Pete Rock.
Pete Rock. Oh shit. Okay. Why Pete Rock? Number 4.
I mean, he influenced my brother, so
yeah, it's like an aunt.
He's that dude. Like
yeah.
funky heartbeats.
Yeah, word. Ok. Top 5 productores. Aparece Dr. Dre, puesto número 5. Pete Rock, puesto número 4. And the big 3. Let's go.
Number 3.
Number
okay,
3.
Here we go. Number 3. I'm gonna say yeah, man. Yeah. Kanye. I'm putting him up there.
Kanye
He's
West.
A beast.
Oh, babe.
He's a beast.
Yeah, word.
Yeah. Like regardless of all the drama in the media, whatever, I don't care about that. When it come down to beats, this
West.
dude is
Great.
like, you know, because when you go back to like when like the early joints, like he was like he's chopping all that stuff. So it's like you gotta respect it. He killing it.
Of course. Which album do you think has the best beats of Kanye West?
I would say, I'm trying to see, because it's all the college thing. I'm trying to see, what's the first one? Late
registration?
Late
College
registration.
Dropout.
College Dropout.
College Dropout. I'm trying to think.
Graduation.
What's the one that we be bumping all the
Late
time?
registration, college dropout, graduation.
Huh. Oh no! You know what? The one for me, even though this was technically this was the takeoff one. Yes. I gotta say, Graduation was crazy. Yeah. But like on the earlier beat stuff, that first one,
Okay.
College Dropout. Yeah.
Ok, banca Facu, College Dropout. Ok, puesto número 2. The 2 biggest producer of all time. Number 2.
Timbaland.
Okay,
Tim.
Okay.
Yep, Tim.
Why?
Just rhythmically, what he basically is like, he's like basically the pioneer of the whole trap stuff. When you really think about it, his whole sound, like he was doing that in the 90s already with the Leah and stuff.
Yes.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
Do you have an honorable mention before going to the top 1?
The honorable mention, I'm gonna put up there. I'm gonna put Pharrell.
Pharrell.
Just because he's a dope producer, right? But I think what also adds to his production is his songwriting. So it's like it is the beats, but I think it's the songwriting just as much as it is the beats. You get what I mean? It's his songwriting combination with the beats that takes it all the way there. Not that his beats are not like he has dope beats, but his songwriting just is like the icing on the
Another
cake.
level, yeah. I thought that you were going to put Madlib in this top 5.
Oh!
Te agarré y pilló.
Oh no! Oh no!
¡Oh! Exploté la bomba. Lo dije, lo tiré.
No.
Another special mention.
Yeah. Another special mention.
Another special mention. It's okay.
My number one spot is J-Lib.
Wow.
Okay.
Like these are, I would say, they're twin alien brothers, like for real. Like they're just different. Like even when they met each other, it was like, oh shit, this dude is just like me. Like they're like the same person but completely different. It's like the craziest thing. But like they can like for real though. Like Matt, it's like you can't. Like Madlib is crazy with it. Like he's crazy with it, and James is great. Like James is like the perfectionist. Like he's like a surgeon, right?
Yeah.
So his shit got this perfection to it, and Madlib's is got this sloppiness to it, but it's just still it's crazy both ways though. But it's like J-Lib.
Okay.
J-Lib.
Thank you, bro, for this top 5. It was an epic moment. Le agradecemos ahí por ese top 5 que... ¿Qué vamos a decir?
Impecable todo.
Tuvo que poner en el número 1 a Dilla y a Madlib. No los podés, viste, como estamos hablando de los dos GOAT, los dos alienígenas. Todo lo que nosotros decimos siempre en Dev, siempre decimos, hay gente que produce, hay beatmaker, pero hay dos alienígenas, J Dilla y Madlib. Y completamente dijo
Amigo,
exactamente lo
contale
mismo.
por qué agarraste vos la samplera.
Ah, sí,
Para
obviamente.
cerrar.
Ila J, I would like to thank you because to your family, to your music and the music of your brother, that was to me like the fire start to grab an MPC and start making beats. And I know that I'm not the only one. There is thousands and thousands of beat makers and producers that will continue trying to maintain that flag of sound of compromise with the music, that light.
For sure, man. And again, the family appreciates it so much. I know my brother would be so happy to know like how much love that he's getting all around the world. So like, yeah, I'm super thankful, and it was an honor talking to y'all. It was fun talking.
An honor to us. And,
Nice to meet you.
And we hope that we see you here soon in Argentina and have that vegan barbecue and drink wine and a little mate.
Word. That's a plan. That's a deal. Let's get it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ila J. Bueno, amigos.
Cool, man.
Ya está. ¿Qué
Épico.
vamos?
Thank you.
Gran momento.
Peace out, yeah.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Qué buena
Peace
vibra.
out,
Thank you.
además,
Nice to
amigo.
meet you.
Amigo, qué cosa de
Buena
loco.
vibra, relevados. Disfrutaste, esta noche no dormís.
No, olvidá, yo todavía no caigo, ¿viste? Son cosas que uno flashea, ¿viste? Pero nada, a mí me flashea mucho por Dem, ¿viste? Porque decimos, amigo, tocamos nuevos límites todo el tiempo, ¿viste? Y cuando pensamos que llegamos al momento culmine, aparecen estas cosas y qué loca la vida, boludo, posta.
Pasan los años, podemos cambiar hasta de dónde transmitimos, el lugar y todo, pero siempre mantenemos el compromiso que tenemos con la cultura hip hop y con las raíces, sin quitar que inventemos artistas más mainstream o de sonidos más actuales y demás, pero bueno, fieles a nuestros gustos y al mensaje que predicamos. Que pasan los años y siempre está ahí firme el team.
Exactamente, y para mí es
Real.
algo muy loco, lo hablaba con Facu antes de la entrevista, que me acuerdo cuando, ¿qué ponés música? Te haces el emotivo, boludo, ¿qué me querés poner? Anda a cagar, claro. Escuchá, claro, viste, que va a poner la Tinelli, me va a poner unos pianitos, viste, medio... No, pero fuera de joda, o sea, no quiero caer en esa, pues encima, viste, estamos ahí, estoy al borde. Lo loco para mí es que cuando el primer programa de lo que fue DEM previo, el quinto escalón, lo primero que yo hice cuando entré a la mesa era, yo vengo a hacer que la música de J Dilla trascienda. Estamos hablando del año 2017.
Y hiciste un informe bastantes días después de Dilla que fue al menos para mí, que nunca había escuchado en un medio de comunicación masivo hablar de Dilla, fue increíble.
Exactamente, y después me acuerdo los quintos después apareció Facu, que yo me acuerdo pasó alguien y ¡aguante Dilla! Pegó el grito así, yo me di vuelta y dije, che, ¿escuché esto o estoy loco? Y después, 3 años después me dice, ¿te acordás cuando alguien dijo aguante Dilla? Era yo. Así que nada, para mí es como, no sé si es cerrar un ciclo, abrir otro, ¿viste? Yo siento, te juro que es como que termina esta entrevista y digo, mi colaboración en DEM ya está, ¿entendés? Mi misión en DEM la cumplí. Era hacer que la música de Dilla trascienda y siento que hoy es como un broche jodido, ¿viste?
Y el top, como que en algún punto los mezclaba ustedes dos, el top de MC sobre todo, ¿no?
Sí, bueno, nombraba ambos que no. Vos justo cuando fuiste al baño, en la mención especial dice, como MC quiero poner a mi hermano porque para mí está underrated.
Es que, amigo, no estoy acostumbrado a tomar 2 termos de